Hi, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Gina Green, and I'm a former first grade teacher, and I also have a minor in art and mostly in ceramics. And so I am putting together videos for all my teacher friends who want to teach art in the classroom but don't feel that they have the confidence or the skill to do it. So I thought I'd put together some videos, and this one is strictly an instructional video for now. Following this on my YouTube channel, you'll find follow-up lessons that you could do with the kids. But what I wanted to do today was talk about what you have to do if you would like to make, or what you need actually, if you would like to make ceramic ornaments or gifts that kids can give to their families over the holidays. And so I thought today I'd talk about the materials that might work best for you and some things, practical things that you'll need. So this is, the clay that I'm using is an air dry clay, and it is by Crayola. It is not, don't confuse this with Model Magic. So Model Magic is a lot more expensive. You can get about 25 pounds of this for about 30 bucks, and 25 pounds is enough to do most classes, and maybe even 2 classes depending on which project you choose. It's really nice if it's, I've got some rolled out right here. It rolls out really easily. It works just like the regular ceramic clay, except you don't have to put it in the oven. It could just harden by air. It's also, decorating it is also a lot easier too. So I'm going to talk about what you need. If you're going to do this with kids, what you need to do is you need to have something that will keep the clay from sticking to your tabletop. Anything that's Formica or plastic brand or made, the clay will stick to. You need something that is non-porous like wood or even stone would work really well. But if you don't have that, obviously, I'm going to use parchment paper. So that's what I have here, and I've rolled it out. You do need a rolling pin, and you need a good size one. If you're doing this with kids, depending on the age, you might want to roll the clay out for them. That way they won't get it too thin or they won't make it too thick, and this kind of helps control the drying of it. I've got 3 different projects, and I'm going to show on subsequent videos. So I'm going to show you what I have here. I have a coil heart that are made with little coils that kids roll them out like snakes, and we wrap them up, and they fit inside of a clay frame that you make. And this is done off of a template that the kids put on their table, or the table in front of them. And here I have the heart templates that you can see, and those are really easy to do, and you can do this with any shape. It doesn't have to be a heart. I just chose that. And this is one I will be showing, and it's really easy. If you could do these projects with any child, if they're younger, like kindergarten, 1st, 2nd grade, you would probably need to give them a lot of help and support. If they're older kids, like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, they will probably be able to do most of this by themselves. It just depends on their skill level and what you think they can handle. So this is a bowl that this is, I think, the easiest of all the projects to make. It's very simple. It just requires a cutout circle, which you can use by a template, or I'm using a lid. And this will help me mark it, and I'll show in the video on how to make this bowl. I will show how this works. But for the lessons that I'm creating for my teacher friends, I will give them an actual template that they can use. And you just print the templates on extremely thick paper, the thickest you can find, that'll support the wet, damp clay. All right, lots of ways to decorate. You could, of course, use regular paint. You want to use acrylic paint. Here's an ornament I made. And just use some markers and acrylic paint, Sharpie markers and so forth. So that's an option, certainly. And if you have older kids, I'm sure they would love doing their own designs. You can also use stamps. This is strictly with plain old, everyday ink stamps that you can pick up at Michael's or order online. In fact, all of this stuff I ordered through Amazon. The clay, the stamps, the ink pads, most everything I found there. So it's easy to find and order, and it comes 2-day shipping if you have Prime, so it's awesome. So these are some stamps that I chose in some different colors, and those are fun. Little kids would like doing these. And those are sort of simple ornaments. This one, the heart one that I showed you earlier, is done with paint. And I use stamps. I use snowflake stamps in certain spots just to give them a little something different in definition. And that's fun. If you're planning on painting, please make sure you are choosing a good quality brand acrylic paint. And you also want to make sure that all projects are shellacked or painted over with clear spray paint or clear polyurethane. But you do need to seal them, otherwise they won't last. So that's important. All right, so stamps are fun. I've gotten all kinds. These I bought on Amazon. If you really want to get fancy, these are the ones I use for ceramics, and they are made from ceramic clay. And these I bought off of Etsy. So there are plenty of great options to use. You will need things, if you're making the bowl, kids will need a styrofoam or a paper bowl to put their circle in. It helps to form the bowl shape. I found these on Amazon. I thought these were really cool. This is a soap dish. It's plastic. It's actually it's kind of a nice shape, and you can lay the clay in here and make soap dishes if you want to after you follow the decorating process. You would decorate this the same way that I'm going to show everyone how to do the bowls. Or of course you could paint them. You might want to put something raised in the bottom, like I saw one that had the letters SOAP for soap that were raised, made out of clay, stuck to the bottom, and the kids could then that way the soap could sit there and not sit in water. So those are also great options that you can do. Plain old cookie cutters I use to cut out the basic shapes for ornaments. You can also use smaller cookie cutters to cut out things that can be adhered to the clay too. So that's always so fun as well. All right, so that's basically it. It's really simple. If you use air dry clay, it'll dry in a day to 2 days depending on your project, and should be ready to go home at the end of the week. So that's one of the nicer reasons to use air dry clay rather than a kiln fired clay. So I hope you all will get out there and try to practice playing with these and using them, and enjoy. This is a lot of fun, and this is a simple project, and kids can be proud of. Have fun. Bye.